Welcome back to my Kickstarter for Authors crash course. I am Kayla Ann and I am author of Well of Dreams. I am here to help you launch your very own successful Kickstarter. Today we're going to be talking all about the basics page of a Kickstarter. It's the first step to getting your campaign ready to go. Let's dive in. All right, folks, so this is the basics page. We're just going to start at the top and work our way down to the bottom. So first off, we have the project title and the project subtitle. For that project title, it really should include the name of your book, but it should also include more than that. It should basically tell your readers what is the special thing about your campaign. Are you going to have illustrations? Are you going to have sprayed edges? Are you going to have bonus content, right? What is that wow factor that they're going to be excited about? For your subtitle, you want to keep it short, you want to keep it snappy. Think about this as your elevator pitch, okay? It should give the general vibes of your book. Maybe you're going to even include some tropes, but again, it's got to be short, it's got to be quick, and it's got to grab your backers' attention. The next category is the projects category. You're going to see that there is a primary category and then a subcategory. And so I have chosen, right, both publishing, young adult, and publishing fiction. And I would encourage you to fill both of those out. Next is your location. That's pretty self-explanatory. All right, project image. Let's really talk about this project image. As you can see, it gives you the size that you need, but what you really need to know here is your project image is the first thing that a potential backer is going to see. And if your project image does not capture their attention, then it doesn't matter how good your book is. It doesn't matter how good your campaign looks. You have to get their attention here. So it even recommends avoid images with banners, badges, or text because they're illegible at smaller size. So think pictures, right? Think big pictures. If you are doing a book, which I assume you are if you're on my channel, then your book cover needs to be on this image. Now you can see that I have my first book, but with my second book, I actually just have a mock-up that has the title because I'm not yet ready to release my cover. So you don't have to have your cover ready to get your pre-launch going. You can have a mock-up like this standing in for your actual book cover. And if you're wondering how I made those mock-ups, I made them on a website called DIY Book Designs, where you can just choose what you want that book to look like, and then you can add in whatever image you want, and it will pop up a nice mock-up for you. Something else to think about with this project image or your campaign banner image is if you have any type of specialty artwork in your campaign, then you probably want to include that in your banner as well. Now, maybe you don't have that, or maybe you're just not ready to share that yet. You don't always have to have your artwork right there at the beginning. For instance, this is how my campaign looked for my last campaign, Well of Dreams, where I started to reveal the cover little bit by little bit. I had more just of a generic Canva background, and I did have some artwork that I was ready to reveal. And over time, that artwork shifted and changed as I was ready and willing to release different bits of illustrations as we met different stretch goals in the campaign itself. So again, project image, super important, folks. Super, super important. Next, let's talk about that project video. This is the video that's going to describe your project. It is completely optional, but even Kickstarter tells you that 80% of successful projects have a video. Now, some videos, maybe it's just a trailer of your book, which is what I have here. Maybe it's you as the author telling your potential backers what your book is about or what they can get from your campaign that they can't get anywhere else. Maybe it's a mix. Really, to understand what kind of video you want to do, my best suggestion is go on Kickstarter, go check out the campaigns that are doing really well right now, watch those videos and figure out what are the similarities, right? What are they doing that's working and that maybe you can also duplicate. Okay, for your funding goal, we talked all about this in the last video, so I'm going to skip over that, and if you didn't watch the last video, you can go back and watch it now. Target launch date is optional, and it's not something that I use because even if I were to put in a target launch date, Kickstarter is never going to launch my campaign for me. That is something that I physically have to do. So for me, it's just not worth my time. Campaign duration. It says that you can run a campaign that is 1 day long or 60 days long or anywhere in between. I would obviously not recommend either of those extremes. What seems to be the happy medium for me is about 21 days, so 3 weeks. Honestly, Kickstarter is exhausting, you guys. It's constant marketing and work and updates every single day. So keep that in mind as well as when you're scheduling when you're going to launch your Kickstarter. Do you have the time and energy to devote the time that it needs to be successful? So for me, I typically do a 21-day campaign. There's no perfect sweet spot. I have seen some campaigns that do incredible at 14 days, and I've seen some campaigns that do incredible at 60 days. But also keep in mind, backers can take away their pledge throughout the campaign. So the longer the campaign goes, the more chance of cancellations you have. Although, to be honest, you are going to have cancellations no matter what. That just is what it is. And then this last section, introducing late pledges. This is not something they had the last time that I did a campaign, so this is very new to me. But the idea is that even after my campaign ends, people can still back to this project a certain time after. I'm assuming that I'm the one who closes it. I'm not sure. I still have to learn about this. But my goal is I'm going to enable it for this campaign, and then I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, class, so here's your homework. Tonight, I want you to work on the basics page. Maybe that means that you need to go start playing with Canva, maybe making a book mock-up at the DIY Designs, but start filling in this information, or maybe just doing research and looking at these different banner images and these different banner videos that you're finding on different campaigns to see what is working really well and maybe what isn't working that you should avoid. I hope today's video was helpful. If it was, you can like, share, save, or comment to show your appreciation. I'll see you next time.